Miracle Bay Studios, 1636 Memorial Boulevard, right here behind me, right next to Penn Station Subs and just down from Primrose and Climb Murfreesboro. They just had their grand opening this past weekend, but I'm going to go ahead and classify this one as a hidden gem already because it was extremely popular. We came by, did a little live feed, and tons of people showed up and everybody loved it. So if you missed the grand opening, we're going to take you on a little tour. Matt, the owner in there, is going to guide us through everything, show you what it's all about. But if you like flowers, you want to make your own bouquet, this is where to do it. Come here, check this out. And here we go. Right over here, everybody, this is Matt. Matt, everybody, Matt.
Hi there.
He's the owner, one of the owners of this place, and you guys came out swinging with your grand opening.
It was a great day.
Yeah, you were packed.
Yes.
We drove by, we didn't even come in after later on the day, there was so many people. But for those that missed it, we're gonna do a little tour.
Absolutely.
And so I guess we'll just start here at this wall.
Okay.
What's this over here?
These are our finished goods. So we use these as examples to teach you how to make more products, or every one of them are grab and go. So each one of these are kind of representative of the different size vases, the different size arrangements that you can make. If there's something here you love but you'd like in a different color, we could go over to the other side of the building and start working through something unique.
I just saw this one. I didn't notice this one last time we were here.
Little balls
Look
coloring.
at that, the football. Ah, that's cool, with some balls coloring. And by the way, I don't know if you can pick this up on the camera, but what is this material again?
This is solo wood flowers, and so it's a really soft flower. We dip it in a mixture of paint, glycerin, and water, but it starts out blank with us. It starts as it's a tapioca type plant that is wood.
It's wood, but I mean, I swear, look at these things. They look real. Look at that. I don't know if you can tell it on the camera, but I mean, that's very, very realistic looking, very lifelike. So very cool. And then going down this way, we got more. What is this?
So this section, we've had a focus on wedding and prom world. And in doing this, we wanted to show some examples of the different types of things we can do. And so here, again, we can pick any of the 24 plus colors that we have in stock for your flower arrangements, or anything that you would like that would match to your needs. We do bouquets, any of the corsages, as well as fixed pieces for table arrangements.
And I see up here on the wall you have a very large J.
It was a great experiment with my daughter's wedding to show just some of the things you could do. We're offering that now as taking a letter and decorating it out in different sizes with, again, the floral arrangement for your event, whatever that is. Or maybe it's for an office setting where it's a more permanent arrangement.
You didn't plan that for Jen and I, JJ?
It was exactly for Jen and John.
You trying to tell me something, Jen? What do you planned this? You planned this, didn't you? I know what you're doing. But I don't know. It's hard, again, hard to tell on camera. This thing is huge. Put my hand next to it. That thing is really big. So is there a limit to the size of bouquet or letter or whatever that you can make?
Not really. It's budget.
Really?
Purely budget driven. And we're very budget friendly compared to your more live floral arrangements because, one, these last forever. Two, we're just at a more economical price point that we can do than live.
Yeah, very cool. And I see all these tables, since we're in the middle of it, all these tables, is this where, can people just come in and sit down and build it, or how does this work?
Absolutely. We kind of have it in multiple pieces. We offer classes in which we're doing structured and kind of open, in which the structured are doing a specific arrangement. In an open, they could pick whatever they'd like, and we will still teach you in a class setting. We're doing it as parties, and people can rent this for private party. And again, any of the arrangements are available. We'll sit here, and it will be a guided party that will teach you how to do the arrangements. Or open throughout the day. So if you just want to come in and grab a kit's worth of flowers and sit down at the table and make it, we'll give you the instruction as you go.
Well, I kind of like the little story you told us beforehand. You had some people come in, look around, next thing you know they're having competitions, building, whatever.
Absolutely, and that's happened a couple of times now where it started out as I just wanted a specific item as the request as they walked in, and they were so intrigued with the opportunity to make things and do it right now instead of having to go home and maybe set it aside and never get to it again. Walked out with finished product. They were beautiful.
Very cool, very cool. So we got this huge wall here of flowers. What is this? What are we looking at?
The core of what we're doing is, again, the solo wood flowers, starting out with blank flowers as they come to us, and then we dip them in paint, glycerin, and water. And in doing so, we can make any number of arrangement sizes based upon those types of flowers. And it is a process in which the customer is completely in control. I have my opinions. My daughter has her opinions of what something might look like. But at the end of the day, we want you to be happy in what that looks like. So having all these flowers, we have 24 plus stock colors that we have, and in doing so, that gives most people the opportunity to do what they want. We also have some things where we've done some unique things, like with the sunflowers.
Oh, very cool.
Or what we've done with the poinsettias, where we've gone in and added some berries. And so, really, creativity is the only thing that's going to limit you here.
Still blows my mind on some of these. Like I said, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but these look so real in person. It's very cool.
Trying to stay seasonal, as we get into the holidays in the fall and winter, there'll be even more things that we're tailoring to that type of the year.
All right, very cool. So moving down the wall. Oh, what's up top? I see a bunch of non-colored ones.
This is our blanks.
Okay.
In store at any given time, we probably have 20 or 30,000 flowers.
Holy moly.
All in with what we have back at stock. We just bought some in the other day. We're getting close to 90,000 flowers.
90,000 flowers.
It's the only great way to make this business work for us is buy in bulk, which means we have so many more for folks to work with.
Well, if your grand opening was any indication, you probably go through those very quickly.
You can, if you see in some of these totes, we need to be dipping flowers.
Well, I see a bunch of empty ones in here, which the other day were full.
Exactly. We need to be making them more.
So what's this side over here?
This is the greenery. So again, with this process, what we want you to do is be creative. And so in getting to whatever it is where your brain is, sometimes the arrangement is more of a floral decor that's meeting something that's matching what you're trying to do in your own home.
I got you.
Or it could be something that's more comical or whimsical, or something that you're trying to do as a gift. And that's what we're trying to do with the greenery pieces here, is by taking the natural type floral pieces for greenery, mixing them in with the opportunity to do the novelty pieces. Again, you get to pick what you'd like to do. We sell these in two ways. If you buy a kit from us, it's really an unlimited number of pieces of greenery you can put in. If you
see, Jen, I had this one just made for you. That's for me to you. Okay.
But if you
trying to get bonus points here, people.
But if you would like to also just buy the greenery as is, we've done the work. We sell them individually as well.
Okay. So then this wall. Oh, so is this? Did I have it backward? You start over here.
You can start wherever your eye goes, which is the great way that we found.
Yeah, I guess you could, right?
In general, the process that we encourage folks is that it makes a lot of sense to me and others to pick the vase first, because the vase kind of limits the number of, limits is the wrong word, sets the expectation of kind of how many flowers you can fit in that vase. And so we have some of the small ones that hit 8 to 16 flowers, whereas you get all the largest ones, we can do up to 48 or larger flowers. And it's based upon the size of the flower.
Okay.
Mix in a ton of small ones, you're going to get more flowers. Mix in a ton of large ones, you're going to get fewer flowers in that specific vase.
Gotcha.
But once you've picked that vase, then we'd like for you to pick the color. This is our art board, in which we have the ability to now let the customer pick as they're going and arrange the setting that makes sense to them. Maybe their friend is sitting there at the same time, and something else piques their interest. But we start typically with about 3 colors, and from there, it's again by limitation. If someone picked an arrangement that had 48 flowers, and they still picked 7 colors, which we had the other day, with someone had something very detailed, it looked beautiful.
Very cool.
And that all of those are options. We had someone the other day who had a kind of a medium-sized 36 flower one. She just wanted 2 colors.
Okay.
It's exactly whatever you want it to be.
Speaking of colors, I can't help but ask, going on right behind us, we got to get you all in here. So is this the process here?
This is the process. In getting them from that blank to beautiful, we've got to go through this multi-step process. And this is the messy part that you don't have to do as the consumer. You could do this at home. What we found is a great process that scales well and nicely in bulk. These happen to be for an arrangement where a client wants a specific color, so these 2 are custom colors versus some that we have on the wall. But again, we've actually found, if I remember correctly, don't let me mistake, Kayla, this is the orange or one of the oranges that we're even
Potentially the
considering.
orange, yeah. I'm waiting to see how it looks dried down, but this blue will be on our wall, so for
So
sure.
sometimes that's a happy accident, right? Just to find out
yeah,
that
that's awesome.
what other customers think is a beautiful color, we also think, and we've added it into the stack.
Hey, that works out great. That's a win-win scenario right there.
It is.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And then we have this wall we haven't touched on yet.
So
Or this over here. Am I skipping? Where are we going?
no, right here.
Right here. Okay, there we go.
What we tried to do is not only be a floral shop, but also a gift shop. And so we've worked with 7 local artisans in which they've brought their products in that they make. And it's on all different levels, whether they're trinket gifts, smells and potpourri, candles, and such. As an example of a collaboration we did, most folks, 80–90% of the folks who are buying our solo wood flowers want them because they have no smell. But then we found there was a smaller niche who actually wanted a smell added. And so we worked with a local vendor who's actually added a smell to her product
Very
line
cool.
that she's made for us. And so now we can do both.
Nice. Okay.
Give the opportunity to have smell added or scent added to those flowers.
It's still my favorite towel.
And by the way, that artist told me the other day she'll add guy on there if you want, or boy.
Yeah, you hear that? I want this to say, I'm just a guy. Well, I'm just a girl too, but you know. All right. Yeah, so moving on. And then, okay, so we got more of these.
As an example, these wax melts are all made out of beeswax, and so they're much less noxious as some of the wax melts that you find in the commercial stores.
Very cool.
So that's what we've tried to do is pair ourselves up with great collaborators who are making different things the same way we're making things, and turning this into that opportunity. This is a vendor who's doing resin molds. And she takes live flowers and preserves them forever, which
Very
is a nice
cool.
complement to what we're doing with the solo wood flowers.
Oh yeah, very cool.
This vendor is makes soaps of different smells and needs that are all, again, very low maintenance and non-toxic.
Okay, awesome. And then one more thing I just wanted to point out. I saw this over here. This was new from last time we were in here. This looks like grab and go, it says.
Absolutely.
So you can come in, there you go. So if you're in the doghouse, guys, you did something wrong, you can just come in, grab a pair of these, grab some of those. It's for you, Jen. That's for you. I made that myself. It's so people just, these are grab and goes and come in and pick them up?
Absolutely. The same as you would go into your grocery store. Or,
Very cool.
We wanted to have the same concept.
Nice.
So where instead of needing to wait, we can absolutely make one unique for you, but these are ready to go.
Nice, very cool. Well, you definitely have something very unique here. We really love it, and it's we were calling it a hidden gem because we haven't seen anything like this around town. And oh, I missed one. Hold on, we got this shelf over here.
Well,
What's
this was just an example again of the different types of flowers. You know, trying to give folks a feel for the different work that we can do.
Yeah.
As an example of that kit that I was talking about, this is a kit. If you were to take it and take it home and do, or if you were to mail it as a gift.
Oh,
this is
very
the
cool.
arrangement of how that kit would be. Again, you get to pick the flowers, you pick the greenery and the vase for it,
Very cool.
and if need be, we'll ship it anywhere in the country.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, that's definitely, like I was saying, you have a very unique concept here. This is really cool. And then just before we close out, I know you all got to get back to making stuff. If people want to find you online, your social media, website, all that stuff, how can people contact you? Or
Absolutely.
throw it out there.
MiracleBaseStudios.com for the web. Online, it's at Miracle-Based Studios in Instagram.
Okay.
And at 1636 Memorial Boulevard here in Murfreesboro.
Right next to the old Penn Station where I used to go to college and eat every day.
Absolutely.
I love that place. So yeah, so come down and check them out for yourself. It's very cool. Local owners, local shop. You got to support local. So.
Completely local family.
That's right. Awesome. And then again, yeah, we'll put all that, all your contact information in the description. And then so if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll get to them as soon as we can, either Matt or myself or somebody else.
Absolutely.
And then other than that, just come on in and check them for yourself. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.